Testing mic. Testing mic. Testing mic. Yes, Oh, let's hope the frames don't drop this time. Bro, I literally made an appointment. I I'm gonna put my ego aside and go for the MacBook. Join the MacBook world. Let me share this link. Yes, no. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Bro, my PC had a literally a total crash out. Like, man, oh man. I wish we could have taken this trade live. That was the whole idea of the stream, man. That was the whole idea of the stream. Oh man, this is so unfortunate. I did not manage to catch this one because my whole PC was just like absolutely destroyed. I had to restart it, but then it wasn't starting back up. And like, bro, the noise it was making was insane. The noise it was making was insane. It was absolutely insane. I took it. I'm in. Let's go, bro. Let's go. This was 100% a setup. I'm gonna get into it on how you could have traded this effectively. But yeah, this would be the TP1. This would be the TP1 for sure. This would be the TP1. That's a beautiful liquidity grab right there. Preferably, like my preferred scenario for actually like a lot of bullish momentum would be to start a new range right here, where this would be your new range. We're back, boys. What is up, Gabriel? What is up, J Money? What is up, Mikey G? Right. Oh man, I was watching this trade. Literally, I was watching this trade like all week, all week. This is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Like, this was actually the setup that I posted, right? I gave you guys. I gave you guys this setup right there. There it is. You know that it's subjective. It didn't have to hit that demand. The weekend liquidity was the most important, but just an overall TCT accumulation model, sweeping that weekend sell side liquidity. That's what you have right here, and that would be the TP. That will be your TP1. That will be your stop loss to entry, and then you let it run. Then you absolutely let it rip. But yeah, you have to realize that main structure is still pointing down. Okay, main structure is still pointing down, making lower highs and lower lows. And this could be a lower high for a lower low. And we have reasons to come lower because we do have demand. And this is where we could have that idea of a bigger range formation. Okay. But it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. Any of you guys that were watching this should have been in this TCT accumulation model. And the reason why this was a valid trade is because of an advanced concept I taught you guys where low time frame schematics go over into high time frame schematics. Okay. So when I'm on the 3 minute, this looks like a 4 tap, right? When I'm on the 3 minute, this looks like a move down, a move up, and then a move down, move up, move down, move up, move down. And it looks like 4 taps. And 4 tap is obviously not an accumulation model. However, if I go on a higher time frame, you can see right here on the 5 that this is a valid 5-minute range, but this is not a valid 5-minute deviation. Why? Because it's only one candle consecutive going up. Okay, there's no 2 consecutive bullish closing candles, therefore also not a valid deviation. So on the 5-minute, this is just one deviation, and then you still got that Model 1 effect, right? It's that advanced concept where your low time frame schematics go over into high time frame schematics, and you got the very aggressive move because all the liquidity was grabbed, guys. Like, all the liquidity has been grabbed. So I'm just thinking right now, really boiling it down to simple market structure rules, going on the high time frame real quick to just get it, a bit more, clarify the charts a bit more. Let me just delete all of this. And let's keep it extremely simple, right? Let's keep it extremely simple. Right here on this break on the lower time frame, that's when we confirmed this high time frame Model 1 accumulation schematic that's going over in the Model 2. From there, the highest time frame structure from bottom to top in this most recent rotation going up, you have a low, you have a high, and you have a higher low, and you have a higher high. That's why we were watching this POI for a potential higher low for the higher high. This was the exact POI that we were watching. Now, from there, okay, we got that bounce from that 30-minute order block. Let's put that back on our chart right here. There you go. We got that bounce from that 30-minute demand zone, which was right this sneaky little order block right here that left that inefficiency, which was actually part of its own little accumulation model, and therefore very juicy. So that's where my long is, right? Right here is my long. I still have that long that's up and running, and I'm taking that long to new highs, or I'm getting stopped at break even. But that's my long. Now, we know, following basic market structure rules, if you have a high time frame uptrend, this represents the daily, okay? This represents that high time frame daily I just showed you guys. In order to confirm a rotation back up towards that daily market structure high, you need this internal market structure to break back the bullish. You need your red market structure to break back the bullish, okay? This is all going to be explained in the mentorship, which is launching Friday. But basically, when your red market structure breaks back the bullish, let's turn this down again. When your red market structure breaks back the bullish, that confirms your rotation towards your black market structure high. So now identifying this concept in the chart, let's go on a high time frame. Right? So what we're seeing here, market structure from top to bottom is giving lower highs and lower lows. However, this is very sneaky. Yes, this was a range, but if you ignore the range part and you actually pull market structure, this is valid market structure, right? And you broke that right here. That's why it was also so juicy to put in a higher low right here, because not only was it weekend liquidity, it was also your market structure low. So because this was a range, okay, I would not use the market structure break to confirm the rotation back up. I would use the range break. And we did broke the range, right? We did break the range. So technically speaking, right here on this break of structure, and yes, Galvin, the mentorship is free. It will be posted here on YouTube. Because this was not only our market structure low, but also our weekend sell side liquidity low, this was the POI to watch for a higher low, for a higher high that could potentially run all the way back up towards 66,500. Okay? It could run back up all the way to 66,500. Just following basic market structure rules. Now, obviously, there are a few other scenarios where this just becomes one high time frame market structure pool that puts in a lower high and a lower low. That's definitely possible. And in that scenario, I would expect that bounce from the 75-100 area, which is this 3-hour demand chain right here. Okay. If I go on the 3-hour, that's that demand POI right here. That's part of a demand chain. Another scenario I was watching was that this was going to turn into one bigger range, right? This was going to turn into one bigger range where we were going to lose that POI, not reject from it or not bounce from it, and then just start creating a new range in here that could be some sort of an accumulation model, right? Those were kind of the ideas that I was watching for high time frame upside, okay, where we could put in that low. Now, the beauty is that you don't have to be right. Because in this example right here, we had this demand POI that we were watching, and we had this liquidity, which was not only liquidity from a weekend sell-side liquidity perspective, but it was also your market structure low, right? So it was a double liquidity point, so to speak. But the beauty of it is you already got your long confirmation, right? So even though it has the potential to run on the higher time frame, okay, you are still in a risk-free winning trade regarding this Model 1. You got the Model 1 right here. You got the break of structure right on this candle. Okay. Got the break of structure right on this candle. I'm just checking because my frames just dropped. I swear. Oh my guys. If my frames drop again, I am literally going to the store right now. I was gonna order it, but if my frames just drop right now, I'm literally getting a MacBook Pro, like right today. My frames literally just dropped. But I don't understand. This is not my PC. This is not my PC. I just checked it, bro. Like, there must be something running in the background. There must be something running in the background that is, like, messing it up, bro. Bro. Oh, my God. What is wrong with this PC? What is wrong with this PC? Guys, I have been streaming so much. Like, how come it's doing it right now? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It literally it does not make any sense, bro. Discord eats your CPU. Does it? Yeah, who's a tech expert in here? The thing is, I have been streaming so often. Why is it doing it right now? Literally, I downloaded CapCut, but I also already deleted it. I'm like, maybe that's it. But my PC is just making so much noise, but nothing is running. Nothing is running. Like I used to have, I used to have fucking 100 tabs open, and it would do just fine. My PC had updates this morning, which is so strange. 100% should have taken the trade. I just wasn't sure about the risk to reward for the technical target and totally missed this. Yeah, you have to look besides the technical target. Like, this was a macro POI, right? So it was only a 1-to-1, but there's no way that I would target this. Literally, there's no way I would target that high. You can yeah, this is a runner, an absolute runner. This could run all the way back up. Like, I'm meaning this could run all the way back up here. Stop Bitcoin mining when you're streaming. Right mouse click on the taskbar. Yeah. It's so weird. It's so weird. I've been streaming for longer than this, and today it's happening. The thing is, my PC did updates this morning, right? Literally, my PC had updates, so I'm like, what could it be? But I'm dropping frames like crazy. I'm dropping frames like crazy. It's not even that I'm dropping frames. It's just low. Hey Lars, I can't hear you properly. Can you talk louder? The mic is not a problem, brother. The mic is good. I've tested the mic multiple times. Maybe it's your volume. But I'm in my room. I'm kind of screaming. In my room, I'm kind of screaming. Man, but this is so unfortunate, bro, guys. Like, we would all be in this trade together. Like, that was the whole purpose. I was expecting the move to happen today. I was literally expecting the move to happen. So I went live so we could trade it live together. That was the whole idea. For fuck's sakes, bro. Because not only did I miss the trade, now you guys don't have to trade. Like, this was a free trade. This was absolutely a free trade. I'm sorry, guys. Ay. The trading gods were like, nope, they cannot make money today. Oh, man. Yo, anyone that's like a PC laptop expert, talk to me in the chat. Or even better, just message me on X. DM me on X. And I'm gonna check what could be wrong with my PC. But either way, fuck this PC. Bro. Yeah, I'm gonna check what is up, Tim? Tim, did you manage to catch this trade? Did Tim manage to catch this trade? Here, guys. Let me pull it up. Look at this. This can't be that bad, no? Like, what's wrong with this? Bro, you got Google Chrome, you got Microsoft. Microsoft is doing that much? What is up, Mikey? Man, Mikey, I was gonna take this trade live with all of you. Literally, that was the whole idea of the stream. Like, to take this trade. I was watching this trade for ages. I posted it on Sunday, I think. And instead of taking it with all of you guys, instead of taking it with all of you, I couldn't take it because my whole PC just shut down. I'm not showing private information here, no? No, I'm not showing private information. How is Microsoft Edge doing this much? But Teams has 0 processor. It's OBS and it's Microsoft. Why is Microsoft Edge doing all that work? The fuck? Bro. You need more RAM? Oh, for sure. For sure. But like, I've been streaming forever. How come only now? But fuck Microsoft Edge. For sure. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of Microsoft Edge. Yo, guys, question for any experts. When you're getting a MacBook, right? When you're getting a MacBook, I don't need like graphic designing, all that professional editing. What's the best MacBook Pro for just live streaming? Talk to me in the chat. What's the best MacBook Pro just pure for live streaming purposes? You know what I do notice, Mikey? Close your etch. Your problem might fix itself. Yeah, I'm gonna close it. Let me close that before I get distracted. What else is taking up space? What else? I'm gonna delete everything, bro, except OBS. What is up, Will? Oh, I definitely need a better PC. But the thing is, right? The thing is, I have a good ass PC, and it's like it's only 1 year old. So why is it doing this? You know? What's your hardware specs? Will my friend talk to me in normal language. I'm not a tech guy. I have the 2024 MacBook M3, best laptop, but don't know how it does with streaming. Literally, it's like I want to get a MacBook because so many people have been talking about, get a MacBook. But the thing is, I want the MacBook that's the best for live streaming. So if it's like, if the MacBook Pro M3 or something, I think that's the newest. I could also just get the newest, but like, if the newest has like all features of like graphic designing and video editing, I don't need that. I just need like, I want to have 50 tabs open, okay? Literally, guys, talk to me in normal language. I want to have 50 tabs open. I want to run a 4-hour live stream. I want to have a YouTube video open while even more TradingView tabs, and I want it all to be smoothly. Talk to me. Money is not an issue. Talk to me. What do I get? I just want the best of the best. Restarting your PC every once in a while will do wonders. I think, Loki, that's how I fucked up this PC. Like, I truly think that's how I messed up this PC, because I did not let this guy sleep. The new MacBook is gonna come out soon. They always say never buy new, though. Like, when it just releases. You need more RAM and a better processor. Yeah, the frames are still low. So that's why I'm just afraid to move my screen, right? I'm like, when I move my screen, it will probably be laggy. I'm just checking. I'm moving my screen right now, but there's a slight delay. So I'm gonna check what it looks like for you guys. But the frames are still low. Literally, the frames are still low. It's so weird. I'm just checking the stream. Yeah, okay, so it's mid. It's literally mid. Okay, I'm gonna do my best. Let me just check. Let me check one more thing. Okay. Yeah, so the thing is, right? The mentorship is launching Friday. So you guys are going to be busy, okay? Let me just tell you that. You guys are going to be busy, okay? You guys are going to be very busy with studying the mentorship. However, regarding the concepts and the tutorials that I already have out there, given also the fact I gave you guys this POI, this is a setup anyone should have taken, okay? Because you could have understood that your low time frame schematic went over in a high time frame schematic, right? We even front ran the demand to mess up anybody that had a limit order on the demand POI. We got the break of structure right here. Now, would I long on that break? I don't know, because it's literally above the equilibrium and you left behind this demand POI, right? You left behind this demand POI. So I would just literally have an order here, put my stop loss below your third tab low, and then my TP1, I wouldn't TP1 above these local highs, okay, because it's a macro POI. I would kind of start de-risking from there. So maybe once we hit that high right there, I move my stop loss from this low to that low, okay? That's how I would do it. And then my TP1 would be above the most obvious liquidity POI, which is right here, because this is simply just trendline liquidity, okay? This is trendline liquidity. So that will be my TP1, okay? If you have a good entry, that will mean that you're up like 2.3%. Now, you can take out 25%, okay, meaning you have like a 0.5, 0.6% gain. And what you do right now is put your stop loss to entry. Literally, you put your stop loss to entry. You don't want price coming back here because mid-time frame structure is still pointing down, okay, regarding top to bottom from that high. So that would mean you have lower highs and lower lows. And you need to break that high. Now, you do have some like equal to triple highs up here, with these highs being very close to one another. So that's also a liquidity target. And that's not just liquidity, that's a liquidity target, but also your market structure high. Okay? It's also your market structure high. So I think I'm checking the frames. But it's also your market structure high. So what I would have done is I would have taken a 25% take profit at this most local place. That way you are just de-risk and you have some slight profits in the bank. Okay? Now, we have triple highs up here. And above that, we don't really have supply. There isn't that much supply above you. Like most supply is already grabbed right here. Right? But even though your idea could be wrong regarding that we're going to move back up all the way to that high, you already have a risk-free winning trade because you have the Model 1, you got the confirmation, and now you're de-risked. Now, you have to pay attention to that price could come back here for this demand zone because it is the only proper demand zone that we left behind. However, I wouldn't want price retracing all the way down to there. Like, let's get rid of this demand zone. I don't think price will come here and then do this. I don't think that's happening unless, let me double check something. Did we take this low? Oh, that was a double bottom. Okay. I'm seeing something else as well. I'm seeing something else. This could turn into a bigger accumulation. You left behind an order block. Let me check. $30-minute. Yeah, no. This is very typical. I've seen this too many times. You want to be de-risked. You want to be de-risked on that long. This could turn, I'm checking. This could turn into its own little 1, 2, 3, right? Could turn into somewhat of an accumulation schematic on the mid time frame. But then I would just want to re-enter, right? I want to re-enter if I see a confirmation. I wouldn't want to risk money. I would want to re-enter. The thing is, what you could also do is take profit there and then drill the stop to here and not entry so that you are fully de-risked. So you'll risk losing that 0.5% gain you just realized, but not any actual money. Yeah, initially you could think it's a PO3. The thing is with PO3s, I have noticed a lot lately that You know, this is not a picture perfect PO3. I think you're talking about this one where you got this range. And this is kind of the demanipulation phase. And then you could have the expansion towards the downside. Or towards the upside, I mean. Like, that's definitely possible. It is definitely possible. The thing is, a lot of times with PO3s, you'll have a very aggressive move up, and then you'll cool down. And then people say, oh, the PO3 doesn't work, and then you pump again. And it kind of turns into an accumulation. We saw the same with Bobo. Look at this coin, by the way. Like, what is even SPX? This absolutely rips. But Bobo had the exact same. I want to pull it up real quick. Right here. You can see right here on Bobo that you have a potential PO3. You get the move. Why is this so bright? You have the potential move back inside that can become aggressive, and then you can get that pullback. And that pullback is basically a back test before you go higher. I made a lot of posts about that regarding, PO3s don't have to be aggressive immediately. Like, the first move can be aggressive, and then it can kind of turn into somewhat of an accumulation. But guys, how do you even watch this stream, man? I am checking the stream out myself, and the chart is so laggy. It is so laggy. I would hate it if I was you. Literally. Literally. Like, now the frames are perfect. It's so weird, bro. It's not even my PC. This is not my PC. I've given my PC a tough time oftentimes, but let's check some more Bitcoin. Let's keep this on our chart. Let's keep this on our chart. I love to make everything picture perfect. There you go. Got more demand here. Okay. So, let's see. Because we did have a very aggressive expansion towards the upside, and we swept all this buy-side liquidity now. So I wouldn't want to risk any more money. That's not extreme buy-side liquidity. That's just liquidity. It's not Asia highs, it's liquidity. It could come back. We did leave demand behind. It could be part of this like local PO3. We also have reasons to come lower. You know, we have demand lower. So it's like you already got your entry. You already hit your take profit. And you already de-risk. So now you're just going to let price do its thing. You're prepared for multiple scenarios. And I wouldn't be surprised if price also rejected from here. Okay? However, following main market structure, we could be expecting a potential, move back up if we start closing above that 62,600-ish area. Let's check some other coins. Someone asked me to do Solana. Let me see. I think it was DJRS. Let's check some Solana. Let's check some Solana. So we have this Model 2 accumulation on Sol that is actually confirmed. However, we also have a potential distribution, right? I am leaning more towards the accumulation side, but we have to be aware of that potential distribution. Now, we left behind good-looking demand, and price actually ended up coming back for that demand. And not only did it come back for the demand, it actually came back, or it actually did not come back for this order block. So that's actually something I was watching initially. I was like, if Bitcoin is going to come lower, I wouldn't be surprised for Solana to create a new range which would look like this. And then from here, we could potentially move down, sweep this liquidity, tap into demand, come back up, and create some sort of accumulation model. And that could actually be a bottom, right? Where you're trading simply the higher low right here. That could take us all the way back up towards at least that 175 area. Like at least that area, okay? So that's kind of my idea on Sol, because locally speaking, I don't like Sol that much for long. Like, in my opinion, there's no long here. Right now, at least. Because let me check. Let me check something important. Highest time frame is also pointing up right here. High, higher low, higher high. Potentially higher low for the higher high, but I would love a range creation right here. Then identifying structure from top to bottom. You reject from this 6-hour supply zone. Yeah. Rejected from that 6-hour supply zone, and currently you're struggling. You're struggling with this important market structure low. You're SFPing that important market structure low. So what I would have on Sol right now as my TA is literally this range. I'll be paying close attention to this range. Currently rejecting off supply, which is very nice because if we do come back for an actual model, this supply is already mitigated, so it won't be there. So we got the 1, we got the 2. Let's check. This is your demand. Lot of liquidity at the top. This is kind of what I would have. The thing is, I would want it to take more time. Like, I want it to, like, if it comes back here immediately, it's a bit close up because this range is also valid on the 30. This range is valid on the 1 hour. This range is valid on the 2 hour. And on the 3, it's becoming a bit too tight. Right here is our extreme liquidity POI. So that's what I would watch. Preferably, we come up or we come down, we get a bounce, we come down even slow. Take it, break. That's an easy long. That's literally that's the most easiest long that you can get. Combine that with BTC having some confirmations as well. This right here would be your easy long, just like this. That will be an amazing trade. Especially if we could combine it with the fact that maybe we bounce from demand right here. It could also be a Model 1. Don't forget. The Model 2 is just an idea. There isn't really something in this area, though. This would be in Asia. This drawing would be in Asia. That would suck. If this happens during Asia, I am gonna have a call with the Asia market makers. Let me turn on that music that I had. I'm testing if my voice is good compared to the music. 1 second, guys. One second. Okay, that's good. That is good. We got to come back in the slow vibe. Hey, brother, can you go over Euro USD? Yes, sir, for sure. Euro USD is my baby. For the people that don't know, I catched a crazy trade on Euro USD. It was this Model 2 distribution. You can see a macro price tightening up perfectly, leaving a massive range inefficiency at the bottom here. And we shorted it right in that high. Took it all the way down to here. Absolute beauty of a trade. Now, from there, we had a very aggressive break towards the downside. And it's not just a break towards the downside. It was also actually a high time frame close back inside your volume profile. Look at that. So the only thing standing between price moving down towards that POC and this demand POI right here is this demand that we were just tapping. So technically speaking, we did not leave the range yet. This could still be part of a range deviation. But we have a very clear defined range, and we have a sandwich. This range is sandwiched between a good demand POI and a good supply POI. So technically what I'm hoping is that I can catch and we can get some sort of accumulation trade where price comes back and we have like some sort of a Model 2 accumulation, sweeping all this buy side liquidity, and from there we take it into a short, right? That will be my main idea here on Euro. That will be my preferred scenario, where you get the 1, you get the 2, and you get the 3. And then from there, you get a massive 1, massive 2, massive 3. And we can take a long into a short. But as of now, we need to be patient. As of now, we need to be patient because we're deviating our range low, but we are not showing any signs of strength yet, because drawing our market structure from top to bottom, we're making lower highs and lower lows. So breaking above this high is your first signs of strength. Then we can combine that with our volume profile. And we'll see that our volume profile is also all the way up there. But this return to zone is immaculate. This is a perfect return to zone. Like literally, it's a perfect return to zone. It's beautiful. I'm really hoping we're going to get something juicy here. Right above that market structure high, we have supply. It just needs some time. You know what I'm thinking? I like, this is it. I always prepare in advance. What you'll see often is when you have an amazing return to zone like this, you'll see price push up pretty aggressively, right? It pushes up pretty aggressively. And then it just sweeps the first liquidity points. It doesn't sweep all at once. Normally on a range deviation, it will not sweep all your liquidity at once. It's kind of a trap. You get that range deviation, you get the break, people get all hyped, and it sweeps some buy-side liquidity, but not everything. What it then proceeds to do is actually come back. And right now, because of that aggressive move, you actually left behind some sort of demand here. And that's your POI for the valid third tap. This is where we catch that Model 2 accumulation long. And now we actually run it back up towards the range high. And it's even better when your retrace towards that third tap also has its own little liquidity trail. That's when it becomes picture perfect, right? That's when we're talking about high probability setups and potentially doubling down on our risk. Staying in that 1 to 2% range, right? That's for sure. But we did already sweep all sell side liquidity, so I would expect a Model 2. But again, guys, I've seen it so many times where you kind of expect the Model 2 and the Model 1 still happens. You just need to wait for your confirmations, right? You need to wait for structure to break back the bullish from the retrace of the highest point between your tap 2 and your potential tap 3, which will be right there. When that breaks back to bullish, that's when we long back up towards that range high. But mind you, the whole idea, guys, the whole idea is to take this into a short. Now, there is one potential scenario that I see happening, which would throw a lot of people off. And that is if this distribution would turn into a massive PO3. Now, I'm not a fan of this idea because we're in premium pricing, right? And we just broke back inside our volume profile. But it is valid. Yes, guys, it is valid. Because when looking at this PO3, where you have your range, you have your manipulation, and then you have the expansion away, if I can select expansion, it meets all the requirements for the PO3. Because not only do we have like somewhat of a return to zone inside of this range with all this buy side liquidity here, you also have the perfect demand POI for the second tap, the return to zone, and also this supply. It is so typical to have this perfect good looking supply right above your manipulation range when you have a PO3, because it throws a lot of people off. And what you want to see is literally, if this is actually a PO3, you would just want a tiny rejection and then you just rip through it. And then you can have a slow retrace down and then reaccumulate right here, and then you go higher again. That's typically how it goes. And this would kind of be in line with like maybe the dollar dropping and then BTC also going up, because that is maybe that is usually what happens, you know. And it just supports the idea of us taking the long, right? Like if it plays out, it's nice, but it doesn't have to play out. You're already in the long for the manipulation range. Like you're already longing here with confirmations, and then you just have your stop loss entry and you just let 25% ride, right? And if we just slice through the supply zone like a knife through butter, then yeah, we're decent. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful liquidity grab. I'm not a fan of this bounce, right? That's why you will already be de-risked. I'm not a fan of price bouncing here. Absolutely not. Euro needs some time. Gold, bro. Gold is truly building liquidity on both ends. Truly building good liquidity. Like this is like a double top right there. Equal highs. And we also almost have equal lows at the bottom. So in all these range rotations, when you're not taking your extreme point, you're just building liquidity above and below your extreme points. Because people that long at the bottom of the range will put their invalidation at the range low. And people that short at the high of the range will put their invalidation above the range high. So all these internal rotations is just building more and more liquidity on each side of the range. Now, in general, we did break down from this range, but we're still in that deviation zone. And this is also something I talk about in the mentorship, where I talk about how you can actually use a tool to determine if something is a deviation or a break. Okay, so that's going to be pretty interesting for you guys. But this is still a valid deviation, and this could also end up being in the PO3. And this PO3 would make more sense because we're in the macro uptrend. You got that beautiful liquidity trail. You got nice looking supply above. You have a beautiful range that creates itself right below that initial range low, which is right there. That could be a manipulation play. Obviously, for the manipulation to be valid, we need some sort of a TCT accumulation model. And from there, this could actually reverse back up. But it's important that you understand that our trades are not catched right here when we do something like this. That's not where we catch the trade. Maybe if we get a local accumulation model, we can trade it. But when you're just trading a PO3, an actual PO3, you catch the trades at the accumulation in the manipulation phase and you just ride it up. Okay, you just simply ride it up. I'm not expecting a bounce here. Let me clean my chart up. This represents my long, guys. Nobody understands liquidity like we do, bro. This is perfect. It was absolutely perfect liquidity POI. It would be a perfect TP1. In my opinion, you either bounce here or you go lower. Last hope is actually wicking this low and creating a new range like this. Hey, I don't know about you guys, but since I actually closed that Microsoft Edge, we're doing pretty good with the frames. But it's so weird because I normally always have that open, right? I'm not that bullish on Pepe. Not right now. Like, as we speak. You guys want some altcoins? Maurice Coy. You know what? Let me give you guys some information. We're gonna talk about what's launching, right? We're gonna talk about what is launching Friday because it's a project that is so good. It's so good. So let me grab something. What is up 100xgk? My guy. My absolute fucking warrior regarding Brett and the memes. The Discord is dropping Friday. Like, bro, and we're gonna be taking over in that Discord, that's for sure. But let me pull something up. Can I pull this up? I'm gonna pull something up for you guys. Okay, so okay, what we got, right, is this is basically going to be launching Friday. So we got the lecture 1. First, we're starting off with an introduction. We're starting off with an introduction to TradingView because I tend to notice that a lot of people don't know how to effectively use TradingView. And it's simply just like, it's a skill you must master if you want to trade, because trading is already hard enough, but you know, using the software to actually trade is also a skill. And this course is really designed to bring you from 0 to 100. Okay? So we got the introduction to TradingView. We got the lecture 1. And in lecture 1, I'll be talking about market structure. Okay? Then we got lecture 2, which will be going into ranges. Then we got lecture 3, going into liquidity. No, market structure, ranges. Bro, what is lecture 3? I even forgot. Let's pull it up. Can I see it? Oh yeah. Oh no. Okay. So we got market structure. We have ranges. Then we have supply and demand. Okay, you guys are finally going to understand order blocks in the actual proper way. Then we got liquidity, right? And mind you guys, these lectures are all 1 hour plus. After that, we got, I think, the first TCT schematics. We got the high probability TCT schematics. We have examples split into 2. We got risk management. And then we got many trading examples. These are just 5, but I saved many in a different file. Now, in the Discord, okay, we're going to have obviously two parts. There's a free community and there's a VIP section. When you join the VIP section, you're also going to get access to 2 exclusive lectures regarding TCT schematics. And in my opinion, all of you guys should watch this lecture because it's going into high probability TCT schematics and basically how to trade it flawlessly. So I can give you a little sneak peek. What is up, guys, and welcome. I can give you guys a little sneak peek right here. Like, we're gonna get into everything. We're gonna get into literally everything and teaching you guys all the juicy stuff. Like, this is how it's designed. This is how I build it up for you guys. Okay? Going into advanced order flow, advanced context building, everything advanced, so you can literally, I'm talking literally, trade it flawlessly. The only thing that's left when you understand all these advanced concepts is just being patient and you know, sticking to the rules, trading psychology, and all that good stuff. But it literally it has everything that you need to know. Now, not only that, okay, in the Discord, okay, in the Discord right here, this will be your home, okay? This will be your home. Now, in the Discord right here, we have backtesting videos. And this is something that I'll be practicing and I'll be posting and adding to unlimited, okay? So when you're backtesting, I have designed an entire concept for you where you can identify trades going from macro to micro in a systematical approach, okay? And then there are many different trades here where I literally trade with you. And I tell you the date. I tell you around the time you have to find the trade. Like, everything is explained above, but I'm not going to show everyone, obviously. But this is a literally, when I talk to you guys and you guys, okay, I want to practice, but I don't know how. This is where you do your homework. This is where you'll be doing your homework. You master all of these. And, like, I'm adding to it today. I just have to convert it. But that's going to be your home. That's literally going to be your home. Once you've mastered that, that's when you can actually get into live trading. So it's going to be so good, bro. Live streams every day, exclusive trade setups. Basically, what I wanted to do today with you guys was just a sneak peek what we will be doing in the VIP Discord, right? And we would have catch this amazing trade, realize some money, and we're already de-risked, you know? But yeah, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. XRP, it seems to do its own thing sometimes. Guys, there was a... Yeah, so 100 XGK. Man, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm Loki, I'm curious to what your actual real name is. But Mr. Franzo will or actually that was his name. The Wyckoff Insider is his new name. He will be actually doing some micro cap meme stuff. Yo, Lars, just moved to Europe. You got to add a tax evasion section in the Discord. Yeah, so you know what the funny thing is, right? This is just Dutch, but I think it's a generalized tax rule that when we're trading crypto, it's all profits made from investments. Also, when you're day trading, so you don't pay income tax. You pay, like, I don't know what the English word for it is, but you pay like profit on investment tax, which is way less. Like here in Holland, it's like you pay like 20% tax over a generalized 6% in profit on your investments. Obviously, we're making way more than 6%, but that only boils down to like 20% of 6%. That's like less than 2%. Capital Gains. Yeah, that's Capital Gains. When will it be out? It will be launching Friday. So that's Capital Gains tax. Yes, exactly. So that's not a problem. That's not a problem. However, when you start having a funded account and you get paid, right, off the funded account, that's income tax. So that's terrible. That's why you want to just have a private account. You can use your funded account to build up capital, and then you trade on your private account, which is capital gains tax and not income tax. But I'm not a tax advisor or advisor. I'm clarifying that, guys. Don't listen to me for tax advice. I cannot give tax advice. I can also not give financial advice. Basically, I can't do shit. Understand the risks in trading. Everything I say is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And all that stuff. What will the price of the exclusive Discord be, bro? It's gonna be a surprise. No, I'm just kidding. So, the price of the Discord, I was like, I want to make it available for everyone. Like, we're going to be live streaming in it every single day. It's combined, obviously, with the mentorship and the exclusive mentorship and the backtesting arena and me just having you guys as students and me as a live mentor. So, you can get the Discord subscription for as cheap as $49.99, okay, per month. Let me go to XRP. What do you think about the Sol trade? I don't love the time displacement. No, there's currently no Sol trade. It needs way more time. It needs way more time. I want it to come down slow. The thing is, right? Regarding price, I was like, I wanted. Will you accept? Oh, 1 second, guys. Will you accept crypto as a payment? Yeah. So that's the thing, right? I want to make it available to everyone. It's just very hard. Like, you can even compare it to the BB team. Like, they only recently added crypto because, bro, it's a lot of work from an administration standpoint to manage crypto payments, especially when you're just starting out. So I have Stripe, and that accepts like almost any card or credit card, debit card, you name it. However, if there is still an issue on your side regarding payments with debit or credit card, you can send me a private message, okay? And we can try and make it work through crypto. But I want to make that like the last option for you. Please don't talk to and go into my DM saying like, hey, I cannot pay, when you can actually pay with your debit card, because it's a lot of work. But if you can't, like you truly can't for some reason regarding debit or credit, depending on, where you're located or an issue that you may have, then I can help you out and we can do like a personal crypto payment, and I can do it personally in the administration. Otherwise, preferably in debit or credit. So no, there's not a generalized crypto payment option. Hopefully in the future, but when you're just starting out, you'll be surprised how much work that actually is from an administration standpoint. It's not that easy. We smashed with this demand. Kind of leaving a double bottom. So you know what would be nice? If price could actually come back up, calm down very slowly, and then find support. But I'm not a big fan of the generalized area. However, if we get something like this, it will probably work. The fact is, will it have follow through or turn into a deviation? That's another story, right? Euro needs some time. Yeah, that's the literal issue, HH. I'll have to message everyone every month. Like I'll have to manage that manually. Like you need a developer in the back end that creates some crazy stuff that can do it automatically in some way by creating a bot that does that. But there's a lot of work in the back end, and it's not worth it from a money perspective. You'll probably pay more than that you make from it, especially in the early stages. That's why you start building out, and then later on people tend to add crypto payments. Let's check XRP. So XRP, okay guys, question for you. Where is the trade here? I'm talking about an amazing trade that you could have catched and already made money on. Where is it? You can pause it for yourself. But what we had is we had price trending down, okay? It was trending down very aggressively, and right here was our 45-minute market structure high. Now, coming into that high, we had bullish market structure, making higher lows and higher highs. From there, when we're trending up, you pull your range from top to bottom. And we can clearly see that we have our range high, we have our range low, we got that deviation 1, putting in equal highs with our market structure high, and then we got that deviation 2 right there. So not only had you had a Model 1 distribution, you also swept your market structure high and failed to break it while leaving an amazing return to zone right here. Zooming in and see, yo, where are we getting that most local time frame break back inside our original range values? You can see right here, applying the 6 candle rule, that's where you got your break of structure. Break, put your stop loss above the high, target the range low, 5.4% gain. And do you see the beauty? You can even see the redistributions, right? You can literally see right here. You got this redistribution. And I already, I'm going to spoil a bit what I've said in the advanced exclusive lecture regarding high probability TCT schematics. This is an example of high probability context building. Advanced context building, that even though you have a range in the discount section of the bigger range, the order flow objective of the bigger range and of this bigger distribution is to hit the range low. So any short that you can get along the way is shorting. Oh, okay, I lagged out. So any distribution or any trade that you can get that's in favor of the high time frame order flow objective can be an amazing trade. So even though you have a range in the discount section of the bigger range, the order flow objective of the bigger move has not been done because that's tapping the range low. So when you can catch a trade in there, you can actually short it with the confirmations and you target the low. And sometimes you even get a better risk to reward trade in the discount section when the order flow objective of the move hasn't been fulfilled than if you actually shorted it up here. And it was the exact same with the Euro trade. Like, how did I make so much money on the Euro trade? Well, yes, we got a very good entry, right? We got a very good entry up here with the Model 1. Let's make that blue. I got a very good entry right there on the signs of weakness from the test. Right there. That was the entry, literally. Short it all the way down. Like, this was the initial trade. This was literally the initial trade. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. However, we know now that any range formation, okay, no matter where inside of the bigger range, will eventually be breaking down, because that is trading in line with the high time frame order flow objective. Okay. So the next day, after actually catching that amazing short that was still up and running on the main swing account, we can see right here we created a beautiful Model 1 redistribution this time. Okay. And zooming in on the lower time frame, you got that confirmation right here. So what you can do when you have this redistribution, which was not just a redistribution, it was a redistribution in a range that has an inefficiency. Because as you can see, there's no price action in this blue box. Especially prior to entering, there was no price action in the discount section of the range. So right here is your short. You can put your stop loss above the high. And yes, guys, you can take profit at the low, right? But technically speaking, you can run it back all the way towards this range low. And do you see what I mean now? This is a 40 risk to reward. Like, 40 is absolutely nuts, right? So even though you catch an entry that's way later on, you can get a better return on actually entering at the top. Now, you do have to be aware that price could come down and come back up before actually completing the move, right? But you can also always try. Take profit, de-risk yourself, realize some gains, and then let it run. Just let it run, right? That was my biggest struggle, letting trades run. What about a 1 year paid in full crypto? Yeah, there's also a 1 year payment option. That's what I would prefer. If it was crypto, it would be like a 1 year payment option. So only if you do 1 year, then we can discuss potentially crypto. And again, only if debit or credit isn't working. Could you go over Ton? Yes, we can do that in a minute. Lars, you're the best. Appreciate all the hard work you do for us. Man, K3 Peak, you have been grinding. You've been leaving comments on pretty old post-trading analysis videos. So I love you, or I love to see you putting in that work. Amazing breakdown. Can you please update us on Wolf, Andy, and Brett? For sure. 25% gain is insanity, and they say TCT is just talk. Yeah, bro. Like, people truly don't realize. Sometimes you have those trades that set you up for an entire month. And they don't happen that often. But like, you will not see me talk about, yo, I catch a 25R every single time. Like, no. Like, I don't say that ever. I'm just saying once in a while they come. And just understanding TCT schematics, you can actually trade them. Like, it's not that you need like a crazy setup with, you know, many advanced order flow things going on in the background. No, I was just trading TCT. That's it. Yo, Lars, curious, how long did it take you to form your TCT trading strategy? Bro, like 2 years. Literally like 2 years. The thing is, I cannot wait, right? I cannot wait to release the mentorship, because then you guys have a lot of material to go over, and also everything that I say will make more sense. Like, I won't have to explain the things every single time over and over again, which I will, if you guys want and if you guys ask, but you'll understand everything just way better, like literally way better. So let's go over Ton. Let's go over Ton, and then let's do some Boys Club. This is still all TA. Damn. I called this distribution so hard, bro. I called this live on the BB stream, actually. Can't wait for it, brother. What is next? It's the mentorship is launching Friday. So the TCT mentorship is launching Friday on YouTube on this channel. So turn on the notifications and you will not miss it. But it's going public Friday. But yeah, regarding Ton, you just had a distribution, right? You had a distribution and that hit its target. So range high, range low. You had the distribution model 2, it hit its target, and now it could be turning into an accumulation, right? So let's check. It could be turning into a model 1 or a model 2 right here. That's for sure possible. The thing is, you got some supply in your way. But if you see price come down and you see an aggressive structure break back to bullish, you can try and long that and trade it back up towards the range high. However, you got supply here and you got some supply in here. I love this demand mitigation though. This was beautiful. Okay, let's do... What is Andy up to? What is Andy up to? Okay. So. Andy. My favorite coin. My favorite coin. So, we came into this extreme demand POI, right? I talked about it for ages. We came into this extreme demand POI, and we formed the most beautiful TCT Model 2 accumulation schematic. Where you have your range low, you have your range high, you got that deviation 1, there's your higher low, Model 2, and we got the very aggressive expansion towards the upside. Now, when you guys talk about a godly retest... This is the godly retest. It's literally the demand that's left behind from the accumulation model, making it a market maker order block. Also combine it with that volume spike and the POC. This is the POI. But the thing is, the POI is so good that I don't even want to retrace to the POI, right? Because it will just give too many people a good entry. So besides that, you can obviously bounce from the range high, which is something you did right here, right? Back test of the range and higher you go. Now, obviously, it's getting hold a bit back down by ETH, also, you know, not being unsure, and you know, even BTC not being too sure. So, the thing is, right? These coins are supposed to be ETH beta. They're supposed to be ETH beta, but bro, they're outperforming ETH by far. Like, the only reason these coins are not fucking pumping like crazy right now is because of the majors dragging them down. But even the majors dragging them down is not doing that much. Like, I remember ETH going actually down and we just bounced here. The demand is so high for these coins, it's not even funny. Like, the demand is absolutely insane. The moment the bounce or the moment the market gives somewhat of signs of a relief rally or just a move up, and these are your coins that absolutely explode. Like, it's so obvious, right? So, yeah, we came into this demand POI that was overlapping with our range. We wicked it ever so slightly. So that was a good retest opportunity to get in. Now, we haven't really broken any significant structure from top to bottom to confirm a rotation back up towards your high. This is kind of what we're looking at. And that is not a break. This is not a break. It's more like a fake break, more like a deviation. Okay, so yeah, we could be coming down here. You know, it could happen. I would definitely be looking to add more if we do come down there, even though I'm way oversized into Andy. But maybe we start a new range here, right? A new range on top of your old range, that would be pretty bullish. You know, it confirms the breakout because this is a breakout, and then this is simply your higher low, because following your main structure, you took that low, you got the break, so expectational order flow is a higher low for a higher high. So I'm looking for longs somewhere when price gives me the signs. I feel like a kid waiting to open my presents, LOL. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Not gonna lie, I got molested thinking it's an accumulation. On which pair? Will you drop all the videos on the Friday? Yes, everything. The entire course. I gotta go now, but right before I go, I want to say we appreciate your efforts. It doesn't go unnoticed. See you in the Discord. See you in the Discord, Marvin. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, I'm expecting a higher low here on Andy. It's just a matter of where. And I cannot say where, but I'm watching this very closely. And I'm watching this very closely. Those are my two POIs for Andy. And still, guys, we have no supply. Like, there's no supply above us. It's just highs. But this is what I'm watching. Let me check that volume area high. Yeah. These are your POIs. But in general, guys, why are you even looking for the POI, right? Why are you looking for the POI? Because this was the POI. This was the entry. Like, you should have fully skilled in right there. And then even the rest on this confirmation right here on the third tap. Like, this was your moment. This was your time to skill in. This is where you needed to have conviction. Where you needed to look at data. And not let emotions take over because we were so close to that low. I think I posted this chart like 10 times. Right? So, this was your moment. So, if you have to wait for a retest now. Like, okay, maybe you traded and you bought and you sold. But this was the best buy opportunity. Now, going into Brett, there's not much for me to say regarding Brett. Like, I still have limits here, right? I still have limits here. I am well positioned into Brett. Like, this was my biggest buy here on Brett. On that massive FUD candle, and then right here, that was my biggest buy. I still have limit orders because it's just such a good-looking demand zone. Are we going to get there? I can't tell you with confidence. I can tell you that we never had a proper macro accumulation. We had more an internal accumulation where we had the 1, we had the 2, and we had the 3. But those are always less strong than actually taking your main low, which would still be this right here. And we do have liquidity below us. Like, we have lots of sell-side liquidity lows here. So there is a reason to come lower. But yeah, just know I have a lot of limit orders on that demand POI. Because in that case, we could be having a 1, a 2, and then potentially a 3. Where price comes down aggressively. And go up. Boom. That would then be the play. This would pump us so hard. But it's not confirmed. Now, regarding Pepe, it's hard. It's hard because I'm not that bullish right now on Pepe. So what I'm seeing, right? What I'm seeing is kind of the same as Brett. We were trending down, okay? Let me give you guys a lesson. Okay, let me teach you something. I said this in the other stream, or maybe in the beginning of this stream. But you have kind of 2 to 3 levels of market structure, and this is all explained in the course, okay? But we're trending up with a higher low and a higher high. That's one form of market structure. That's your market structure right here. Higher low and higher high. This is your most important market structure, okay? Making this low extremely important because it's your market structure low. But you also have structure from top to bottom. And that structure is looking something like this. That structure is pointing down. That doesn't mean that we're in the downtrend. Yes, we're on the downtrend locally speaking, but the more important structure is your red market structure. Whenever we break our black market structure back to bullish, yeah, that will confirm our rotation towards our red market structure high. That's how it works. Your level 1 and your level 2 market structure. If you cannot break your black market structure back to bullish, you'll never get that rotation back up. Price will simply just continue down. And that way you will never get trapped into longing a higher low because you can just wait for that black market structure to break back to bullish. So identifying that black market structure, that's right here. Lower highs and lower lows. And because we never took our low, this stays our market structure high. So only when we break this high right here, only when you break that high, that is when you will have that actual rotation towards that red high. Now, if we would have taken the low, that would mean that this would have become our high. And we could talk about potential breaks and higher lows and higher highs, but we didn't. We didn't. So we cannot confirm a rotation towards an all-time high until we start breaking this black market structure high. Now we can look closely on the range that formed. Okay? Now we can look closely on the range that formed. Because regarding the range, literally regarding the range itself, technically speaking, you have somewhat of a distribution, but it's very ugly. Okay? It's like you had the 1, you had your range high at your range low, you had the deviation 1 right here, and then you got the deviation 2 right here. Which is, it is very ugly. Like, I am not trading this as a model 1. I'm not trading this as a model 1 at all, okay? But you are deviating your high. Now, you came into very important supply, which is not only supply, it was also the POC of our topping range to the absolute cent. And this was a topping range, which was a model 1 distribution, a trade we actually took while it was summer. Okay, it was in summer. Then, knowing that we're deviating our high, and this is looking like a massive manipulation buy to sell, I was thinking, hey, maybe this is somewhat of a PO3, where we have the range, we have the manipulation, and then we get the expansion away. Now, the expansion away doesn't need to be beautiful. It can have a deviation like this. But this is still a possibility. This is still a possibility. The thing is, even though we have some liquidity lows down here, you also got demand right there. And this is pretty strong demand. That's why I'm not that confident into calling this a PO3 per se. Like, it doesn't have to happen. But besides this demand, like, if you lose this demand POI, yes, you'll come to that range low. But if we're going to lose that demand POI, that's another question. Because we got the bounce, right? We got the bounce right here from your most local demand. But we couldn't even break our 6-hour market structure back to bullish, right? You had a lower high and lower low. And basically what this is another lower high for a lower low. And you got all these sell side liquidity lows down here. Checking this volume profile. Yeah. Low-key, this was the place to bounce. And even though we did bounce, the bounce didn't have any follow through. It put in a lower high. Like, I'm low-key just ready for this to pump. I don't make myself happy talking about these bearish scenarios, right? But we got to be realistic here. Now, in order to invalidate any bearish scenario, we just have to break this high here. Literally. We just have to break that high. But regarding Pepe right now, it's not the best. Bro, I will lock myself up with these videos for a month. Like, nice job. Any thoughts on Saga? What is Saga? Am I using the right Saga? Oh, I did TA on this once. Well, would you look at that? Well, that's perfection. So, the moment of me doing actually TA on this coin, you could see that we had a tab 1 right here. We had a tab 1 right here, and then we had a tab 2. And then I left behind this demand zone, which at the time we probably did not mitigate, and there was your tap. And that's your Model 2 accumulation schematic, and there's the follow through, right? That was a beautiful play. An absolute beautiful play. This is old TA, probably from way back, like somewhere in August. And right now you have a range. Right now you have a range, and it's kind of deviating both ends. It's not that beautiful. The candles are ugly. Like, you had a Model 1 right here. This was your own Model 1. And that Model 1 actually hit its target. And then from there, you went over into a new range. And that's also kind of distributing in a way. 1, 2, 3. This is the new range. 1, 2, 3. So you had your own little Wyckoff here. Okay. You had your own little distribution. That played out. And then from there, this low time frame range went into a high time frame range. I actually go over this in the mentorship as well. And right here, you have a lot of sell side liquidity lows. And it's looking like you just created the third tap where this Model 1 kind of flows over into a Model 2. Actually grabbing extreme liquidity right here. I want to keep this deviation on my chart right there. And I want to target. Yeah, so you're getting a very aggressive sell from that. This is your most important market structure low. But the entry was already on this break right there. Actually, right there. This will be the setup. This will be the short setup. I don't know Saga. I don't know Saga's price behavior. It has been respecting distributions though, but like regarding volume, regarding liquidity, I don't know that much about this project. I know that there was already an entry confirmation to go short. We have lots of sell side liquidity below us, and if it starts losing this horizontal line right there, I think this trade will complete itself. Checking our volume profile. Yeah, you see right there, you have that market structure low aligning with your market, with your volume area high. So truly breaking that will promote this idea even more. I'm not sure if I entered late and missed it, but can you check Bobo? I haven't done proper TA on Bobo. Let's check Bobo. Yeah, Bobo's truly in a league of its own right now. Not really that affected by market behavior. But regarding Bobo, I was kind of looking at this for a potential like PO3, where this is your range. And then this is your manipulation phase. Right there. At the bottom of the range. And then you have the expansion away. Now, I am expecting a rejection right here. Right here in this POI, I am expecting a rejection. So right now, we're kind of finding support on the back test of this accumulation range. If we can move up from there pretty aggressively, probably because there's not that much supply here, just buy-side liquidity. But from there, I'm expecting a rejection and then potentially a pump towards new all-time highs. That's the general outlay for Bobo. And my drawings have been pretty accurate for Bobo because for the people that remember, I drew this. Do I still have the drawing? No, I don't. But I drew this whole play. Let's check BTC. Yeah, you see the danger? Like it's you have to change your mindset into, once you understand liquidity, and I go very in depth about liquidity in the mentorship, you'll be very sketched out when you see pumps like this, because you'll immediately realize, hey, we have liquidity here, so just the entire purpose of the pump could be to grab the liquidity to remove or to move down. If you don't understand liquidity, it will just cause people to FOMO in, cause people to enter on the breakup structure right here, enter on the back test, and just literally get liquidated immediately, right? Get stopped out immediately because they don't understand the bigger picture. But yeah, I'm very curious what's gonna happen. Very curious what's gonna happen. I'm paying close attention to this range on gold. Yeah, so you have to realize, like, once you understand it, you're not like phased by it anymore. But what basically happens is, okay, what basically happens, right, is right here is a very important liquidity POI. Okay, so right here, let's actually move that down. So what happens is, right here you have a very important liquidity POI. And then price comes down there, and a lot of people will find support somewhere in here, not properly understanding that this is way more important than your demand zone, especially when the liquidity is as obvious as it was. I'm referring to the weekend liquidity now. And then what it does is it kind of stalls around in here, right? It stalls around, and it kind of comes up, trapping people into thinking that this is actually going to give that bounce. And then it comes lower, okay? It comes lower, and now we sweep all the liquidity, and then we have a very aggressive expansion up. Now, on this aggressive expansion up, everyone that lost right here, that longed here, that got stopped out, now are fully hyped again because we got the breakup structure. not understanding that the entire purpose of the move was to grab this obvious buy side liquidity. So now not only do people enter on the break and enter way up here, they will just enter on the retrace. But this retrace will just keep on retracing down, and price will literally come back down all the way towards that low. And now from there, price will actually start potentially accumulating, where you have a 1, you have a 2, you have a 3, or it just starts its entire new range right here as a new range. Okay? The people that got wrecked on these 2 long opportunities will now not even bother anymore to long, because they got wrecked twice. And now they have the mentality of dump it down. And when they have the mentality of dump it down, that's when they will actually get trapped, because now when you have an accumulation, they'll just think they're lower highs and lower lows, and you get that V-shaped recovery. Boom. Model 1 accumulation done. And then they missed the boat because they were hoping price is going to come down here, and then they'll FOMO in at the highs again, and then we'll have a normal back test, and they sell, and then we just blast off. It's like when you understand just general liquidity and market structure, this becomes easier to trade, and it sometimes gets hard to tap into the other mindset of retail that doesn't understand liquidity properly, and then they get wrecked a lot. They get wrecked a lot. Which broker do you use to trade gold and Forex? I have Owanda as my personal broker and ACG as my funded provider. Bobo to Pepe. We can check that out. It's probably looking pretty strong because Bobo is bouncing. Yeah. Yeah, this is looking good. Yeah, Bobo's looking pretty strong. I wouldn't mind coming to this POI though. This will be a pretty nice POI. Yeah, I looked into Brett. What is up, Wyckoff Insider? Loki, I should have you on the stream. I should have you on the stream. Soon. Very soon. Friday, guys. Everyone in the chat, you should call Mr. Wyckoff a skinny bitch. We gotta motivate him a bit more, you know? He has been slacking on the workouts. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Mr. Wyckoff. Let's compare Bobo. Let's compare Bobo to Andy. Actually. Bro, guys, listen. Study. Wyckoff Insider just said study 58 kg dumbbells. Truly, he's built different. Man, our max dumbbell in the gym is 50. So what this guy does, right, is he does dumbbell presses with 50s. And then when he's holding the 50s up, I have to add an 8 kg dumbbell on top of his 50 kg dumbbell. And then he does bench presses or dumbbell presses. So he's dumbbell pressing 2 dumbbells because the dumbbells are maxed out. Oh. And then he fucks up his shoulder. No wonder. Sparring session went profitable. Man, guys, hey, I just wrapped up kickbox training. Well, yesterday technically, but tomorrow again. I'm down for sparring sessions anytime. This is kind of neutral. Bobo versus Andy's pretty neutral. Not that much that I can make from this chart besides the point that you're just in a range. The gym needs a TCT upgrade. Yeah, we gotta start our own gym. Bigger dumbbells. Yo, Lars, did you see the TCT accumulation model 2 fell on Euro? Nothing fell on Euro, brother. Nothing fell on Euro. Which one are you referring to? Because this has been my TA the whole time. This has been my TA the whole time. Are you referring to this one? Markel? Because I wouldn't have traded that. Or maybe this one. Maybe you looked at that one. So the reason why I wouldn't have traded that is because of the fact that you're on the wrong side of price action. So what you have basically is this is your macro range, okay? And even though it's not a picture perfect model, you are deviating your high, okay? Leaving a trail of liquidity behind. You're focused on this right here, the 1, the 2, and the 3. It's trading against what's already going on. You're trading against a bigger distribution, and it's truly building up to go lower, right? It's building up to go lower. This range is way more important than this range. Way more, okay? Because this is a range using your main points, your main move. Not only that, you swept all buy-side liquidity. So going on a low time frame right here, you swept all buy-side liquidity right there. You swept all buy-side liquidity, filled the inefficiency partially, and then broke structure back inside. Not only that, you then took one low, came back up, and formed a 1, a 2, and a 3. And that hit its target, which was right there. So this pump, it's a sketchy pump. I never trust these pumps, guys. Just like we just had a massive pump here. Just like we had a massive pump on Euro or on gold on this move up. The same way we have a massive pump here. Whenever I have a massive pump, right, and I have liquidity above, I don't trust the pump. Because you don't know if it's actually people buying and confirming a break of structure. You don't know if it's a market maker confirming the break of structure, or it's just liquidity getting squeezed before going lower. Where this is a liquidity grab and then you go lower. But you're trying to long an accumulation that's weighing very heavy to the downside. This is the main TA that you should have. Right? I think if you look at it from this perspective, you'll realize like, oh, why was I like paying attention to this? This is less important. These points are less important. These are more important. These 3. Especially when you're trading this accumulation, it's against the high time frame bias. Literally, if I zoom out again and you grab your volume profile, we just had a massive, absolute massive distribution, and we broke a high and we closed a high time frame candle back inside our volume profile. So that distribution was also a back test. So it's just context. It's just context. Now, regarding the distribution, it was a you could have done it like this. Boom. On the 45-minute, there was your 1, there was your 2, there was your 3. Now, to actually trade the distribution, that was another story. The reason why I am not short is because it was very awkward. I never liked the short. Like, I would have to wait for this right here to break back the bearish. And when that broke back the bearish, you had such a trail of liquidity above you. And I never liked the short when price is leaving this trend line buy side liquidity. Right? So I didn't get the short entry. That's fine. And then from there, we left even more liquidity coming down. But I wouldn't look for the long. Imagine a gym session with all the TCT guys. And some steak after. Bro, don't forget. And 3 smoothies each. We all need 3 smoothies. We need a mango smoothie. We need at least mango. I love some banana. And like kiwi apple, bro, stop playing with me. But yeah, definitely a gym session with all the TCT guys. And guys, recently someone asked me, hey, is being jacked a requirement to join TCT? And I said, yes, it is. Because as a man, there are multiple aspects in life, okay? There are multiple things that you need to master. As a man, you want to have your finances up because you want to be able to provide. Okay, that's just our job as a man. We want to be able to provide for our family, for our friends, for our girl, for your wife, for your kids, you name it. But also, imagine you walking up to a guy, right? And you may be richer, but that guy is looking fit. And you're just a skinny guy, right? Nobody sees your finances particularly, unless you're wearing like crazy watches and all that stuff. But you want to have some muscle on that frame of your, you want to walk up chest high. You want to look, and you want to walk in the room and you just feel extra confident because your fucking shirt is popping. You can see the bicep vein, you just walk with a different type of confidence. Then the last aspect you need to master is you need to be able to fight. Okay, you need to be able to fight. Because imagine you being richer and more handsome than another guy. But then he could absolutely kill you if he wanted to. Doesn't that make you scared? Just that guy in front of you could absolutely murder you if he wanted to? No. So you want to be able to to take care of your family. So you need your finances to be up. You want to be that guy. So you walk in the room and your muscles are popping. Okay? And you want to be able to do some mixed martial arts. Because you need to be able to defend yourself. Imagine walking on the street with your girl. And another guy comes up to you and starts hitting on your girl. Disrespecting you in front of your girl. And you want to protect your girl. And you get knocked the fuck out. Imagine how much of a loser you would be. Imagine your girl seeing you get knocked out trying to defend her. At that point, you basically lost your girl at that point. Right? So, and the thing is, right? You literally, you walk, your aura is different. And it sounds maybe cringe, but it is. It is. You literally, your aura is different because you walk in the room and immediately you get some form of respect. Because muscle is not gained quick. Mr. Someone asked me just how to gain muscle as quick as possible. Quickest way to get jacked. You cannot get jacked quick. That's the whole reason why it's so good to be jacked. Because you walk in the room and people see you and have a good frame. And it's immediate sign of respect because you cannot buy it. You cannot get it quickly. It takes time, right? That's why it's so valuable. And literally your whole mind just changes because you're like, nobody works as hard as me. Nobody goes to the gym and does kickboxing and is working on their future regarding finance to take care of the family. You're like, you're in this mentality of like, no one is built like me. And even though trust me, even though there's a motherfucker out there always working harder than you, it's like you truly believe that mindset. That would be embarrassing. That's what I'm saying, bro. She'll never see you the same. Everyone should be a monster and then learn how to control it. But like, bro, let me turn my camera on for this one. The camera needs to be on. Let me turn this camera on. Okay. Man. 1 second. I gotta get serious now. I gotta get serious. Let me turn down the music. Okay. So I think the camera is good. Yeah, the camera is good. Everyone should be a monster and then learn how to control it. I absolutely love that, okay? I absolutely love that. The reason is because if you can't be dangerous, how do you know that person is not actually dangerous? The only people that are not dangerous are the people that can be dangerous and then can control it. If you can't even be dangerous, maybe that motherfucker is trying to hurt you, but he just can't. You know what I mean? He just can't. So you only know someone is not dangerous by him being able to be dangerous and then decide to not to be, right? It's the way it goes. Oftentimes you'll see these weird-ass people in the news that like fucking shoot another person, you know, or just, I don't know, did some harmful stuff, and it's like it looks like a weird guy. Doesn't look like a jacked guy that knows how to fight. You know what I mean? It's better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in the war. Yo, Lewis, you're dropping quotes, brother. You're dropping quotes. You know it's up when Lars is opening his webcam. Yes, but guys, the thing is, you know, someone said Mr. Tate. Low-key, I like Tate. I like his mission. You know, obviously he has humor that some women don't understand. And he can be very controversial regarding certain aspects, but his main mission regarding men being men, I'm all about that, right? I'm all about that. But the thing is, the reason why I love the gym so much, and also fighting, is because there are going to be many days where you are going to be working behind your computer, putting in hours of work without any signs of result, without any gratification from the work you put in. And that can last for a long time. That can last for a long time. And that can be very demotivating. Trading and mastering trading is all about delayed gratification. But the thing is, if you go to the gym consistently, over time, you do see consistent results. Month after month, if you work till failure, you'll slowly see gains starting to come in. And what that will do for your mentality is in moments when you start to doubt yourself, because those moments always come, the moments you start to doubt yourself, you'll look back, and when you can look back on the work that you already put in, and you can look back on the gym and on yourself, and you can see yourself go from skinny to someone jacked, you're like, I did that shit. Me. That's my work. And that confidence of you actually being able to build that muscle consistently, which can only be gained by discipline, you have this backbone of confidence in yourself that you can translate it into the charts. Because there will be moments in time where you're like trading for a year, and all of a sudden you have this pitfall and it feels like you're back to day one. And you're like, well, was all of this for nothing? And in those moments, you need to have some form of foundation that you can actually look back on and see like, no, I can actually do this. And that's why working out is so good. because you can look back on your physique and you can see yourself improve, and you're like, I did that. And because I did that, I can also make trading work. Because it's also just a matter of discipline and the right guidance, obviously. Combine that with the fact that when you start going to the gym, you will actually feel better. You'll be in a better mood. You'll be more proud of yourself. That will literally translate into the work you do in any aspect of life. Anything. Can be trading, can be anything you do. So working out is different, okay? You need to work out. Yeah, you just need to. Imagine us getting legs and arms and an entire body and brain, and you cannot even run 10 kilometers. Our body is built for that. It's a basic human function, running. And you run for 5 minutes and you're tired? Bro, you can't even literally do the most basic human function. Isn't that like a weird feeling of like, bro, if I wanted to run right now, I couldn't? Isn't that crazy to think? Right now, I can go for a run and just run 10 kilometers. If I wanted to. I could. Like, imagine knowing you actually could not do that. A basic human function. Running. You know? Just started working out again. This is week 5, day 3. I'm so proud, man. I'm so proud. Bro, I am the biggest motivator regarding, or the biggest supporter of people going to the gym. Like, I hate people I hate people that are like fucking body positivity regarding being fat. Because that's not body positivity. You're just supporting someone literally dying. Bro, I can hear the blood in your vein. I can hear them clog. I can hear the cholesterol being stuck in your vein because you're too fat. Like, you're supporting someone actually dying early. So I don't like those people regarding body positivity. But the moment I see someone trying, I am the biggest supporter. I'll give them advice. I tell them what to do. I'll tell them how to get jacked. I'll tell them the mind fuck that's going to happen. And I'll be the best supporter. But they have to give it a shot. And they have to not give up. The moment they give up, I'm like, man, you don't want it bad enough. Then, regarding fighting. Guys, fighting is it's so completely different. Someone said you should try jiu-jitsu. That kind of feeling. Brother, I have tried jiu-jitsu. So I have been fighting for a long time, okay? I have been fighting ever since I was 12. My dad made me go on a fighting sport. He was like, brother, I will let you go to any party. I will let you go to any club. You can come back at any time, only if you know how to fight. Because your friends are going to get into fights, and you got to back up your brothers. One of my best friends was Tom, and he was a troublemaker, you know? So he would just get someone else's girl, and the guy would fight, and then we have to back him up, you know? So he's like, you have to learn how to fight. So my dad made me fight when I was very young, when I was 12, and I started boxing. That's how I started. From there, I went into Krav Maga. And Krav Maga is not a sport. It's literally just street fighting. So you'll learn how to deal with knives. You'll learn how to quickly execute your opponent, right? And then I moved to Rotterdam. And then I found a kickboxing gym here. And now I've been kickboxing for 2 years. Okay? So I did boxing, Krav Maga, and kickboxing. So I kind of have everything. Now, when I'm kickboxing, the same gym where I kickbox, they also have jiu-jitsu. And I have a subscription for both. I can do both. Now, I go gym 5 times a week. Okay? And kickboxing is 3 times a week. In the first 2 months, I added jiu-jitsu 2 times a week. Meaning I had 10 sessions each week of training. When I tell you there's nothing like jiu-jitsu, I have done boxing. I have done kickboxing. Jiu-jitsu is a different game, bro. The condition is completely different. You use muscles you have never used in your life. Bro, I was sore in places I didn't even know I could be sore. Not only that, when you are kickboxing, I'm a pretty tall and heavy guy. So if someone is technically speaking better than me, I can just keep my distance and I can kind of win a sparring match in that way. Even though if he's slightly better from a technique standpoint. When we're talking jiu-jitsu, bro, it doesn't matter if that guy is 40 kg less than you. He puts you in an ankle lock and you're like, tap. And the problem is, I am one of those guys that, bro, I just refuse to tap. I cannot tap. I cannot tap because it means I give up. I am not the type of man to give up. I'll rather get knocked out and I'll rather get literally put to sleep than tap, which is terrible in training because in training you just need to tap. But jiu-jitsu humbled me so hard that it's like, goddamn. But my body physically couldn't handle it. My body physically couldn't handle jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. So I'm like, let me just focus on kickboxing and later in life I'll add jiu-jitsu. When you're in the gym and your progress slows down significantly, that's a clear sign that you have to push harder than you usually do because it's clearly you're stuck there for a reason. When you're plateauing in the gym, there are multiple things. I want you guys to focus on form over weight. I could give 0 Fs about weight. It's all about form, okay? Your form needs to be good. Your mind-muscle connection needs to be good. Mind-muscle connection is everything you need to build muscle. Mind-muscle connection is the most important, okay? Now, when you're actually training with good form and you're adding you're actively adding progressive overload to your training and you're still plateauing or you're just not becoming stronger, I want you to focus on the negative reps. You have to focus on the negative reps. Once you start focusing on the eccentric part of the move, bro, a whole new game opens up for you. I want you to train using this tempo. You explode up, and then it's 1, 2, 3, explode. 1, 2, 3, explode, bro. If you have that rhythm, and you can feel you can literally feel your chest fibers stretch and contract, that's where you'll gain the most muscle. I always start my workouts on the Stairmaster and end on the treadmill. That's good. Always add cardio. I stopped last November. It's been a rough year, mentally, emotionally, physically. Enough is enough. You stop with training? Can we see the Bitcoin chart? For sure, I can have the Bitcoin chart open. It's very boring price action right now. I like doing 50% incline, 3 miles per hour on the treadmill, 30 minutes. Oh, damn. I love it, guys. That's not cool. That's just ego. What's cool? Or what's not cool? We can't stop with training. Oh, for sure. The no tapping. Now, listen. The no tapping, I'm not saying it's cool. Not at all. But it's also not ego. It is slightly ego, but I can tap. I can accept losing to the other person. I can accept that 100%. I cannot accept me giving up. That's it. So it's not particularly that my ego gets hurt because I lose to that other guy, because ego is more referred to losing to that other person and not being able to handle that loss. It's more about me giving up. I had to program my mind for years to just never give up. And then you get humbled so hard in training. So hard. And I think that's also a reason why I did it. I was so new, and basically oftentimes you need to get humbled, you know? That's why sparring is so good. Also in kickboxing and in any fighting sport, it's like getting humbled, it just changes you, you know? Have you done a marathon? I've never done a marathon. I just haven't taken the time of it. I'm not like a runner. I can run, but I'm more like a kickboxer. Then you start rolling again. I'm simply not doing jiu-jitsu because I can't fit it in my time schedule. I'll overtire my body. I already train 8 times a week. 5 times gym, 3 times kickboxing. So I just can't add it to my schedule. That's why I'm not doing jiu-jitsu. Did I quit school? Yes, I quit school. So basically what it was, guys, regarding me quitting school, school was always pretty easy for me. So I passed my high school and then I went to university. I already wanted a gap year just to focus on trading, but I also wanted to move out of the house. So when I'm entering a new city, it's nice to have uni because you can make a lot of connections and all that stuff. So what I did also to satisfy my parents is I went to uni. I passed my year 1, and after you pass your year 1, it can take like 10 years if you want to get your subscription or your diploma. Now, after I passed year 1, I was like, I want a gap year right now where I can just purely focus on trading. And if I made, X amount of money and I got X amount of results, I wouldn't have to start my second year. And that year is the year I turned profitable. That year is the year I turned profitable. Soul. Isn't Soul a TCT Model 1? Floating. No, there's no Model 1 here. It will be a Model 2. It would be a Model 2. I'm not taking this. What are your hobbies? Bro, I don't have time for hobbies. Starting a business, running a business, trading, and then training. trading, running a business. Oh. You guys are still looking at me. I forgot. Oh, guys. Do you want to know the secret to becoming a profitable trader as well? Get yourself a Latina girlfriend. I'm not kidding. Get yourself a Latina girlfriend. Bro, they are truly built different. Get yourself a Latina girl. I wouldn't take this based on where Bitcoin is at. It's too sketchy. It's like on a cliff. It's like on a cliff. Tab 2 and tab 3 are very close. It's like meh. Not really liking it. Not really liking it. Which chart is this? Caspa. No, I don't like that. Yeah, okay. So I have to eat, guys. Oh yeah, and if you want to get jacked, get your protein in. Get your calories and get your protein. Don't start randomly bulking. No, just eat 300 calories more than you burn, and then keep or make the calories count. So calories only from whole foods. So actually protein dense meals. Don't start spamming cookies. Like, that's not gonna add anything but fat to your body. It's gonna cause your sugar levels to spike, causing you to have bad skin, bad stamina, bad everything. So skip sugar, skip fast food, eat whole meals, go to the gym, get jacked, Learn how to fight so you can defend your girl and you can back up your bros and get your finances up. That's it. That's everything a man needs to do. Right now, if you guys are curious, I'm gonna make an omelet. Yes. Get some eggs, get some protein on a nice little toast. I may add some yogurt, and I have this like nice drink that's like protein dense. So, and for the guys that don't know, I live with a fitness influencer, which is my other friend, my other best friend. So we have a lot of protein in the house. When I say a lot of protein, I think like 50 kgs, bro. It's crazy. So guys, it has been a stream. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to catch the scalp together because Microsoft Edge was absolutely messing up my frames. But ever since we dropped Microsoft Edge, the frames has been good. So that's good to remember. Bitcoin right now, we're watching this demand zone. Nothing special is going on. We're entering 8 p.m. I don't really like to trade these times. Gold has a lot of liquidity at the highs and lows. Euro is dumping down. The reason for the Model 2 accumulation to fail is because simply it was just being on the wrong side of the market. And then I'm going to wait with any altcoin longs until BTC is showing signs of strength. The mentorship is dropping Friday. It will be free on YouTube for the exclusive part, which is very advised to watch. You can go to the VIP section where me and Wyckoff Insider are located, where we'll be doing daily live streams, exclusive trading setups, live mentoring, course discussion channels. You can answer or get answer to the questions of any taken trades, and basically we're going to be killing it in there. But also we have a free community part where also we're going to be pushing personal development, and we're just going to become brothers. We're going to become brothers, and then after a year, okay, this is my goal. After a year, we're going to do a meetup. After a year of the TCT going live, we're going to do a meetup in Amsterdam. You be there, and you be fucking jacked, and you be rich, okay? And then we're going to show the world what the TCT brothers are all about. So I'm going to catch you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow and Friday on the other side. Appreciate you guys.